Hey, Billy.
What's up, Andrew?
I have so much shit to talk about, man.
Brother, we have so much shit to talk about.
You know what? Let's make a fucking podcast.
But what are we going to call it?
How about so much shit to talk about?
I love it.
I love us.
Got so much shit to talk about. Got so much shit to talk about.
We've got so much shit to talk about.
Well, I guess we're live.
In a matter of speaking.
In a matter of a roundabout way.
Wait, what?
Evanescence. I remember new metal. It had its time.
Hey,
That time is gone.
I had a crush on her.
I did. I thought she was in the voice. She kind of had she had it all going on.
I just thought she was a woman, and by the time that they came out, I was a young teenager. So,
Yeah.
I mean, when Britney Spears' first album came out,
I was in 7th
dick was
grade. Yeah. The cover of the album.
it was just her with her hair, like,
Mm-hmm.
posing.
Mm-hmm. She was on
Looking
her.
at you?
She was on her knees, man, in a skirt too. On her knees in a skirt.
I made out with that album.
Oh God. Oh yeah, I'm sure I did. I definitely thought about it. In many circumstances. Mostly ones where I was in the shower. Yeah, buddy. 7th grade. This is the same year Clinton got blown in the Oval Office.
Thanks, Monica.
Well, that's circumstantial, huh? So, speaking of... I don't know. I was never one for the smooth segue. But I think we wanted to talk about something.
You know what? You know what other whores there were? Irma.
Whores named Hurricane Irma. Whores that like to fuck up your plans, huh?
So much for the honeymoon.
So much for the honeymoon.
Maybe. But knowing Irma's, come on, Irma is going to go through and she's just going to wipe out Florida. Like the entire Florida.
She got a grudge against tan people?
Or Cubans.
Or Cubans, yeah. Of course, this isn't tan people. This is white people with tans.
That's tan people.
That is
Semantics
tan. That is
there,
tan
right?
people.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
These are not.
no gay tans.
These are no gay tan.
It's pronounced Gayton.
Hashtag gay tan. No, my man here, his nuptials are coming up in October. Congratulations. And they did have a honeymoon planned to... Where are you going? Orlando?
Universal Studios.
Ooh. Dude. I mean, I know it's a mechanical shark, but I really want to ride Jaws. And I think it would legitimately scare me is the thing. I'm terrified of sharks.
I got to go once when I was a sophomore, I think. I went down and saw my dad, and we went to Orlando. It was pretty cool. Jaws is neat. They have a whole movie studio, I guess. And they show you how some special effects are done with
Nice.
rain
Yeah.
in movies. It usually is not water.
What else do they
It's
have
milk.
there? Is it like tower? They have the Towering Inferno?
Fuck, I don't
Did you
remember.
do
That
that?
was sophomore year, so that'd been 2006.
Wait, back that train up. Did you say milk?
Milk. because milk.
How can that be
reflects light.
economical?
It reflects light
It's so
for the
expensive.
movies.
It's so expensive.
That's Hollywood, baby.
Jesus.
And, well, actually, in this case, that's Orlando, baby.
That is Orlando.
Universal Productions. But yeah, Irma's supposed to fuck him in the butt, and not in a good way.
Mm-mm.
Well, at least Disney for sure too. Which I don't care about Disney. I care about Orlando, Universal Studios.
If your honeymoon gets fucked up by this hurricane, you will never, ever, ever, ever trust anyone with the name Irma again. Ever.
I don't, as it is.
You know,
as it
it
stands.
is. It's a terrible name, Irma. Do I even know any Irmas? I feel like I might have had a babysitter named Irma.
I don't think I know anyone with the first name that starts with I.
No Irenes.
I don't know any Irenes.
No Irenes. I know.
There's probably an Irene in the family, and that's an old name. Isabella?
Isabella.
I don't know any Isabellas.
I don't know any Isabellas. God dang, eyes. What else do you got in
What
eyes?
male names do you know that start with I?
Without going weird.
Isaac.
Isaac, there you go.
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Okay, it's easier now.
Ignatius.
I would not be surprised if someone's name is Ignatius.
No, that's a real name as far as I know. I don't know any Ignatiuses.
Me either.
God damn. That would be that'd be a fun name to go through life having, though.
Ignatius.
It's certainly unique.
I really like Rasputin.
Rasputin?
Yeah.
This is remix to Ignatius. Wait, Ignatius. It's the remix to Ignatius. See, I don't know. I'd work it to my favor somehow. That wouldn't have worked now, but
Well, that's like I went
nobody.
by the name of Drew for so long.
Yeah.
Because my name is Andrew. Everyone called me Drew in school.
Right.
And it can go in almost any song that says, like, I love you.
Yeah.
I love Drew.
True. True.
True. TNT.
Yeah.
I'm Drew Limke.
Yeah.
I'm Dynamite.
There you go.
I mean,
Drew
it's
Limke. I'm Dynamite. I like it.
you can't beat it.
You can't. No. Yeah, that's true.
And I basically dated Taylor Swift.
Imagine.
Teardrops on my guitar.
Imagine
It's
Drew
about
and me, and me and Drew. There you go.
That could be our intro.
There we go. My name, I always hated it. Always. I hated the slave form of my name, which of course is William. It's my slave name. Billy, not a fan of that name. Bill, no thanks. Went by Will for 2 years. I was new. Nobody knew me from before, so I was able to do that. And I kind of liked that, but then I moved and went back to where everybody knew me as Billy, so that was over. All said and done, wish I would have went by my middle name, which is Grant, but I hated that name growing up, and I've now only come to realize it's a kick-ass name. So
I wish I would have went with my middle name, which is Robert.
Robert, there you go.
I never really liked Andrew. I don't know any Andys that I like, except for maybe one Andy in St. Louis,
Yeah.
because he has a rockin' beard.
Oh, gotta respect him for that.
Well, I guess Andy Scott Evil as well, because Andy takes after him as well from Austin Powers, so that's always solid.
I dropped my lid.
Drew, I never liked it because it rhymed with Jew. You know, too easy to make fun of. Drew the Jew, and I'm not Jewish,
Ooh.
so it's
Man.
like, I mean, I don't care, whatever.
Well, no non-Jew likes to be called a Jew. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, Robert.
By the way, I mean that.
The severity is real. Computer even knows.
Ooh, yeah, you might get flagged for that one. But anyway, sons of bitch. It's funny the things we don't like when we're a kid and the things that we do like. They tend to be pretty different the older we get. I know a guy whose name is Peter because he got to choose his own name. It was a unique circumstance where he got adopted as a young boy. I believe he was 5 or 6, and of course, he got to name himself. And when his new mommy took him home, she said, "Well, what do you want your name to be?" Well, you ask a 5 or 6-year-old, and they're gonna relate to something that they like.
Peter Cottontail?
He liked Peter Pan.
Oh.
Queer.
Pied Piper makes sense, pedo.
And therefore, his name was Peter. Of course, he realized that he fucked up, and by middle school, he had started going by Scott, his middle name. So
Peter Scott.
Peter Scott.
P.S.
Yes.
Terrible choice.
Now, I don't believe I can say his last name, but I can say what it rhymes with, right?
Yeah.
Well,
It's close enough.
It rhymes with Queerdorf, and that's no lie.
Peter Scott Queerdorf.
Yep.
Ish, because it's not Queerdorf, but it rhymes with it.
Yeah. Well, that's the story he gave me, or that's the story as I remember it that he gave me. We're talking probably 16, 17 years ago, so that's my recollection, and I'm going to stick to it.
It's a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. Didn't seem that long ago, though.
No?
It's crazy, man. I'll be 32 here very soon.
Ready to retire.
I gotta say, I remember 22 vividly.
It's
As if it were
crazy.
3
It's crazy
years
how it
ago.
works,
Yeah. I mean,
I closed my eyes and I turned 27.
right?
And I'm like, what? 27?
Yeah. Well, don't blink, man.
I keep hesitating when I say my age because it, like, my uncle always would say how, it doesn't slow down.
Yeah.
It's like every time you get
goddamn
older,
true.
like it feels like it flies by.
It's goddamn.
I mean, everyone tells you in high school, enjoy it while it lasts. It's gonna fly by. Be over before you know it.
What do
And
they know?
I'm like, shut the front door.
Right. Took
Get
forever
outta
to get here.
Get me the fuck out.
Took forever to get here.
And then it was over, and I was like, oh shit, where'd it go?
Mm-hmm.
Like, my
Dude.
20s are almost gone. Years are gone.
The older I get, the more, like, some of the cheesy, more said things that everybody hears growing up become true. Kind of right before your eyes. You're like, fuck, Mom was right. God dang it.
I should have worn 2 condoms.
Dad's such a dork. How did he know what he was talking about? With the beeping. With the beeping. I can't find my good laptop charger. So we're using one that the old bitch chewed up. Yeah, her name was Lucy.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
How old was she when she did it?
Oh my gosh, I don't know, like 5 months old, I think.
It's rare for a baby to just start chewing on something at 5 months old.
Oh well, she was lab and
Oh, a dog.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I'm just so used to
Oh,
saying
yeah.
bitch. We're talking about like
Oh
you
well,
know.
well, of course.
Our partners.
Oh yeah, well we were just talking about our bitches before we hit record on this thing, didn't we?
Yeah. So
Mhm.
I figured that's where we were going. That's where
Yeah.
my mind was. I mean,
No, this little bitch was part lab, and we were told Great Dane and Rottweiler. I don't know how true any of that is, especially considering the source from which she came. This place, it stunk. Oh, it stunk bad. I was real sketchy about getting the dog in the first place because the owner did not want to let us see the mom. I was like, okay. You just told me the mom was in the backyard. I mean, I can walk to the backyard. No. Okay. All right. Don't know why you won't let me see the mom, but all right. That's fine. I'll take the dog. And gave her the money. And brought the little gal home, and she was adorable, and we were puppy stricken. But then you just couldn't potty train this one. Goddamn with the beeping. You couldn't potty. Fucking gonna have to just unplug it for a minute.
potty training.
Potty training. You couldn't. She wouldn't have it. Society wants her to piss outside. She didn't care about society. I can tell you that. And she didn't care that the walls were told to her to be not edible. She said bullshit.
I had trouble with that when I was young.
So she ate the walls. You did personally?
No,
Oh, okay. Well, your dog?
it sounded good though.
Oh yeah, Max. I wish I was lying, but his kindergarten teacher showed me where he had gnawed on the pillar that he was made to stand against when he was disrupting class. I said, "Holy crap! Okay, well, I will talk to him about not
He's a
eating
fighter.
walls." Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah. So she ate walls, she ate carpet, she ate everything, and chewed several electronic cords. And so my anger began to build. Got tired of cleaning up, pee and poo. And one day I woke up before everyone else, and every single one of the throw pillows on the couch had been demolished. I mean, cotton everywhere. It looked like it had snowed in the living room. So I sat down at the table and I wrote a note describing the dog, and I put it on her collar, and I drove her down to the help shelter, who was not open yet, and I drove away. I put her in the pen out front, of course. So, and we looked a few days later, and she was listed online, and they changed her name to Lucille instead of leaving it Lucy. And then they ended up taking her to a show in Indy, and she got adopted by a family in Indy. So
it sucks for that family.
Yeah.
Good for you,
It was amazing.
Clear conscience.
It's someone else in Indy's burden.
Isn't it nice to just...
I hope she eats their
give it to
pillows.
somebody else,
Yeah.
There's some joy in knowing that you're doing that to someone else,
Oh, absolutely. It's like, I don't even know you, but fuck you.
Right. Fuck your couch.
Fuck your couch. I really want to finish the line there, but the fact is, she got adopted by a black couple, so I think it would be in poor taste.
Especially with recent events, yes, I believe it would.
Yeah.
Your privilege would definitely show.
Oh, yeah, no, check your privilege at the door, man. You got any privilege on this microphone? I'm going to need you to take it away. I had to set this up to record in bars, so I actually don't even, I don't know how long we're allowed to talk, but we'll find out.
I mean, it looks like
it'll eventually just cut us off, and
but it's not going to cut us off until over here.
Who knows? Well, the thing is, this isn't moving, but I am hopeful that this is actually recording right now, because the recording time is in fact moving. So I'm not so much worried about that. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we're just looking at a bar that usually moves across the screen as you record, which is not moving. And we are putting our faith in the recording time counter, which is still moving. So
the bar is far left.
We're sorry to bore you with all this technological warfare that we're dealing with.
It is not going to the right at all?
No, not a bit. It's not moving.
Not a fan of Trump, the bar. Even though it's red, it's not going right.
I know you want me to move forward, but I'm just going to sit right here because that's what I want to do, okay? Believe me, it's much better over here on the left.
Okay, that's not a true statement at all. Let's talk about what's going on the left. People on the left hate people on the left, and I don't know if they realize that.
Well, I think you didn't elaborate enough. People on the left hate people on the left. Yes. They also hate people in the middle, and they hate people on the right.
Oh, they despise.
And then the people on the right hate everyone, including themselves.
Okay.
Because the people on the left can't hate themselves because they're better than everyone else.
Well, of course they are.
But people on the right hate everyone, including themselves.
But it's okay because they only take every opportunity to let you know it.
Yes.
It's not like they only take some of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, they get a pass. I can't speak correctly anymore, according to most people on the left. I'm just a bad talker. Like, wow.
Yeah, I get told to use my words.
I am using my words.
I'm
on your side on most things, and somehow it doesn't come off that way. I'm not. There's no such thing as left enough.
Well, I had an argument when I was in elementary school about cuss words. And then again in high school. Mm-hmm. Most recent one was high school. So I said, screw you to someone.
Yeah.
The teacher, she freaked out. She told me I couldn't say screw in any instance. I said, well, what if I'm talking about a screwdriver? She told me to get out. I said, what if I had a handful of screws? She then got physical and pushed me out. Not like thrown or anything. She's like, you're out of my room. This is my room, young man.
She showed you the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so if you're going to say that, then I can literally be offended by any single word in the dictionary or made up. It doesn't matter what it is.
Sure, why the fuck
So
not?
for some reason she was offended by screw. Maybe she didn't get screwed enough. That was my thoughts.
I think that's a pretty fair assumption. She probably taught English or something, huh?
Typing.
Typing. Oh, God, yeah.
F space. J space.
Yeah.
Not doing the next one.
I can distinctly remember 3 of my typing teachers, and they were about as lame as human beings can get.
100%.
Yeah.
I do know how to type very well because of her, though. So I do thank her for that.
I can type well because of Mavis Beacon.
And Word Shark.
A piece of technology that was around in the 90s. That it was cool. It was like one of the first virtual things I remember. Like, she would pop up, and she was a real bitch. And she wasn't a real bitch.
Like
she was
Carmen
pretty nice,
Sandiego?
but she was a real woman, and she would talk to you and tell you everything, and it tracked it was very, for its time, it was on par or a little ahead.
But back to
words. Yes.
You can come up with any word anywhere and just say that's offensive, and then make up a bullshit excuse to why it's offensive. Fuck. Oh, that's offensive because people do it and I don't. Shit, that's offensive because I don't want to think about that.
Yeah. Well, George Carlin had the idea to switch the meanings of words just for fun.
George Carlton's a funny man.
Well,
is he still alive?
No.
Are you sure? They might have him like downloaded on a disc somewhere.
Oh man, I wish his consciousness was downloaded somewhere. I wish people would stay the fuck off Marco Polo. I'm just going to go ahead and take this moment to do what I should have done from the beginning and turn that shit down. So,
turn down for what? Turn down for the fucking podcast.
But yeah, I mean, if we switched the meaning, or the
just
the
because
meaning of the word shit with the meaning of the word headphone, you'd say, man, I gotta take a headphone. Watch your mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
You piece of headphone. What?
Hey, that's why
you want to throw down,
so
boy?
We can't say that's Amish instead of saying that's gay, because
right.
You can't say that's gay because gay is offensive, even though that's what you are, and it means happy.
I'm offended by Amish people.
Hell yeah! How are you gonna not use electricity but buy every piece of furniture at the auction?
Oh, they do.
Okay,
no,
and then
they do.
And then do nothing to it and resell it for $100 more.
Well, they cheat. They cheat. Even the ones that are living like hardcore and not driving vehicles and using cell phones, because you even see that shit now. But even the ones that do drive horse and carriages will still pay somebody with a vehicle to drive them into town to do all their shopping at Walmart.
And where do you draw the line for the Mennonites either? Because Mennonites, like, they do...
It's like
they do usually have a family car.
I want you to be completely self-reliant because that's what you've chosen. And if you don't have to pay taxes, then stay the fuck out of Walmart where the rest of us do. Yeah. You shop amongst your community because y'all have your own market, right? Supposedly that's what it all is a reliance on your own community and preservation of your religious views and freedoms. Well, then stay the fuck out of society. don't
Except
cheat.
for Rumspringa.
Don't cheat. Oh yeah, no, Rumspringa's
some
welcome.
people need to let go.
Rumspringa's welcome.
Rumspringa.
I would like to have rumspringed something. Think about that, man. There's some pent up
sexual aggression.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I bet that would be the craziest night of your life.
Or it wouldn't. It's either it's a 50-50. It's either going to be fucking ridiculous.
Some rumspringing Philly,
and you're going to get your dick broke.
Just found out what slutty clothes are.
Or they're gonna be too scared because they're stuck in that kind of like, girls in general.
Yeah.
Fun fact about hold on. I'm not 100% sure if it's a fact. Fun maybe fact about the Amish. Supposedly they get, early on, the women get false teeth. A lot of them do.
What?
And the reason being is because it's arranged marriages for the most part. Mm-hmm. And they don't want to marry Joe because Joe has a smelly dick and doesn't wash. So she bites Joe's dick. So they take her out to the barn and they pull her fucking teeth. so she can't bite Joe's dick.
No.
I heard that was a true. I heard that was a true story.
Okay.
I have not researched it at all.
Okay, anyone who has extensive knowledge of the Amish community and would like to chime in and let us know something about that.
It could be an urban legend.
Yeah. Well, I guess we haven't set up an email. So,
we'll edit that out and we'll set up an email.
We'll set up an email.
And then
we'll plug it.
You can email
We'll
us.
plug it in here at the end. And anyone who knows anything about that Amish myth,
tomfoolery,
we'll just call it. I don't know. What is it right now?
Legend.
It's a legend.
Anyone? The legend of arranged marriages and false teeth.
Someone confirm or bury that for us. So that would be cool. That would be neat, though.
It would be even better
that's a fact.
if an Amish gentleman messaged us. Hey, I'm Amish.
Yeah, we'd be like, got you, motherfucker. That's busted. Yes. The old IRS is going to hear about this.
Oh, IRS. Taxation is theft.
That's all right. Now,
thank God, though, that Joel Osteen...
Check this out. Here's why I don't trust the Amish. I was forced, as an FFL holder, when I worked at the pawn shop, I was forced to sell firearms to Amishmen who did not have IDs. They had IDs, but no photo, because they refused to have their photo taken. And I had to have about 2.5 hours of my life drained on the phone with the FBI, trying to find out if I can refuse to sell this guy a gun because he doesn't have photo ID, and it strictly says on the form that a photo ID is required. Not for them. He could literally be anybody who got that card, threw on some Amish-looking clothes, and then went and bought a gun.
It makes me want to make a
how
fake
fucked
ID
is that?
for just being Amish.
Yeah.
I've almost got the beard. I could just shave down to buy some guns.
Yeah, that's messed up, man.
I would be Tom Yoder.
There's one of the loopholes, people, that need to be closed. Mind you, I am a gun supporter, gun carrier, and licensed
so
gun
go out
carrier,
and buy
more importantly.
as soon as you hear this.
But I do believe in better regulation, because that bullshit loophole right there, all you got to do is kick an Amish dude's ass, take his ID that doesn't have a photo, go put on some lame-ass clothes, cut your hair stupid, and walk into a shop and buy a fucking gun. Yeah, sorry. If you're listening, Amish people, hey, man, they have updated hairstyles. So if you're one of them Amish dudes walking around with a cell phone but a fucked up haircut, just go with it, man. Just go get an uptown fade. Do yourself a favor.
I think that the main thing for gun regulations is a standardized class you take to get a permit. Some states require you to take a class, some don't, like Indiana. You go, you get your fingerprints, they give you a license to carry. Then anyone can carry. I do think you should be not just obligated, but required to take a safety class to legally carry a firearm out in public.
Yes, you have to in Ohio.
You have to in Missouri.
I don't think it should be any different here in Indiana. By the way, that is where we are coming to you from, Indiana, the heart of the Midwest Bible Belt, a very oppressive state, if I say so myself. I belong in the West.
I belong in space.
I belong in the West. What if there is no space?
You know, I was really looking forward to like our sun exploding, and then I went ahead and looked it up today, and they say it's not supposed to turn into like a red dwarf star for another 5 billion fucking years.
No, I will not be around then.
But
My bloodline will have died out by then too.
same, or they'll be the same thing. Fun fact:
Yes.
NASA is going to try our planetary defense system come October 12th, I believe. Don't quote me on the date. There's an asteroid that's going to be some 4,200 miles away from us.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to launch their planetary defense. They're pretty sure it's going to miss us. I wonder if it's actually on course to hit us, or if they're going to fuck up and actually go and get really close to 4,200 miles away is far, but they could fuck up enough to where it does slam into Earth.
Well,
Which is exciting. Mass extinction.
I think I've been following that on my flip book. I've read a couple articles about something recently that they were actually concerned about, this asteroid, because it would certainly be an earth ender.
For sure.
What's fucked is how they don't have to be all that big to destroy a planet. Once they hit,
It depends on where they hit, too.
so fucking hard. It don't matter if it's the size of, Los Angeles. If it hits central United States...
If it hits the middle of the ocean.
Oh, if it hits the middle of the ocean, waves like you've never seen. Well, we have, but only in movies. You got to wonder if they got it right or not, What if it's way fucking more destructive, way bigger? Or what if it's just like, beep?
Yeah, what if it's all wrong? Like we could not understand the physics of it whatsoever. And maybe we don't understand what the materials are made of an asteroid. Because we don't have asteroids, we have meteorites. Mm-hmm. So, what if the asteroid is going to burn the fuck up more than we think it will?
Well, that's because these people go and they get degrees, and then they tell us things, and we think their words are extremely important, and so we take them as gospel, and that's how we make ourselves feel better.
And I guess there are craters that have proven... But those are still meteorites.
Well, again,
it's not an asteroid.
Again, you or I don't really understand what it proves, but
the size
we can
of
read the words, have things explained, and then, again, since they're smarter words than we could have probably come up with to describe it.
I reject your reality and substitute my own.
That's right. God dang. God dang. Enough bullshit, man. Enough.
Fucking Irma, man.
Irma.
Did you go outside yesterday? Segue here. It still has to do with storms, though.
Yeah.
So the storm, that was really bad. Okay. Did you smell that? Burning?
You smell a storm?
No, did you smell the burning? Were you outside at all?
God damn. Probably not. Apparently not.
You could smell like a brush fire.
What?
It was from the west. From the fires that are happening out there. The smell carried all the fucking way over here.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Because I opened up. It was hailing and shit.
I didn't even hear the storms.
And I was like,
Bridget said, "Are you kidding?"
I thought our house was on fire.
Slept
or like
hard.
Somebody's house is on fire or something. I'm like, who the fuck's still burning stuff? And then I looked this morning and there was an article about how it was actually like the smoke smell from the fucking forest fires and shit.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's pretty freaking cool. No, I wish I would have stepped
outside.
A couple thousand
miles away.
Missed it. That's a bummer. Nope. I didn't even hear the storms, man. I did not hear them. I didn't know they happened till I got home from work and Bridget asked me. So, Bridget is my beautiful little wife. She's my boo.
You should see her feet.
You should see her feet. Freaking princess feet is what they are. Literally.
Mine's Amanda.
So yes, Amanda. You should see her feet.
Their feet. I'm not the feet guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I have two. Not a lot of people can say that.
There are a ton of people that cannot say that.
Exactly.
I wonder what the statistic is on that. We should look. Can we find that?
We have the Library of Alexandria at our fingertips.
This is a new segment we're going to introduce. This is the first one. It's
what's that statistic?
Yeah, what's that statistic? Well, Google's going to tell us, hopefully. All right, Google. How many people only have 1 foot? Let's see. Hey, this is a good question right here. If you only have 1 foot, do you still have to buy 2 shoes?
I fucking hope not.
God, that's...
You better get 50%
You know
off.
what? Yeah. I don't see that community like in an outrage. Like people that actually have something to complain about. They are getting ripped off, being forced to buy 2 shoes, that one of which they don't need, for full price. So I want to hear about this too. If there's any people out there with 1 foot,
let's start.
First of all, you're cool.
Let's start a fucking
in my
movement.
book. 1 foot.
You
probably got a kick-ass story to go with that. A few of you, anyway.
We should go out in the streets and march.
We should. That's. We should stand up for what we believe in and march.
It can be the 500-foot march.
You know, there's going to be a bunch of guys with fake feet out there marching. Looking at us like, look, you fucking dick. I'm still marching.
Hey, I know some badass motherfuckers that have lost some feet. You know?
He's like, yeah, you don't want to get kicked in the shin by me either, dick. It's titanium.
Yeah, fuck no.
A titanium fucking foot.
I don't want to get kicked. I'm here for your rights.
I took a 9-volt battery up to him and see what happens. I would.
I wonder how good of a conductor titanium is.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure it conducts electricity.
I bet it does.
Still no.
I bet it does. Steel would probably not be a good way to go for a
steel
foot.
alloy wouldn't. No.
You want something
But you
light.
think you'd want something to be like less.
I bet they have carbon feet now.
Oh, for sure.
Anyone with a carbon foot, please.
like what you wouldn't want anything that would make you a lightning rod, you know?
Yeah. No, definitely not.
I mean, that's why they wore peg legs.
Is it?
No, they didn't have anything else. What the fuck else are they gonna do? They're pirates. It was back in like the 1600s, right?
That was a trap.
1500s.
You trapped me. Well, I'm glad I don't have a peg leg.
I'm glad I have both my real legs.
I think I would probably
Knock on wood.
I'd be one of them whiny bitches that's all they ever talk about. Like, I'm the guy with 1 foot. The only conversation I know how to have is how I only have 1 foot.
I have 1 foot.
Yeah, what's up? Hey, how are you doing? Well, I'd be better with 2 feet. Yeah, how's your day going?
100%. I'd be better, but I can't even get a fucking job at IHOP, so.
Yeah. Hey, Merry Christmas, Billy. Thanks. Did you get me a second foot?
Like, all I wanted for Christmas was my 2 front teeth. All I wanted for Christmas was
is my
foot.
2 fucking feet.
There we go. See,
all I want for Christmas is my 2 fucking feet. God. Yeah. God. Man, it's really going to suck if this didn't record. But,
I mean, it recorded.
I mean, it's still going, according to my book, and the sound levels are moving, and I think we have a podcast. So, you know, people, I don't know how long this is going to run, all right?
Neither do I.
Hopefully we'll pick up some sponsors sometime in the future.
In the next, like, year.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, whatever.
Hey, depending on what we can do here. Our plan is to just converse because that's what we like to do, and we find it entertaining, and I guess the hope is that maybe you do. And if that's the case, maybe we'll do another one.
Sorry, what? Sometimes when you talk, I just tune you out.
Yeah, I would too. I have
I don't think there's anything you can do about it. It's just your voice, you know?
Yeah.
Something about it. It just makes me want to hit you right in the face.
I've always hated my voice.
I hate listening to my voice.
I've always hated my voice.
But I feel like that's an everyone thing. Everyone... Oh, hold on, let me redact that. No one likes to hear themselves on a recorded device.
Oh, that's absolutely true. Oh, yeah.
I don't hate it.
I have to listen to this to check the sound levels and everything, and I am dreading that. And
I
hate my voice.
I want to find whoever my voice is, and I want to beat the shit out of them.
I'd kick him in the
because I hate
fucking
their
nuts.
fucking voice.
I'd kick him in the fucking nuts, man. We'd go out.
I'm fucking amped up right now thinking that I might go outside just to hit somebody.
Dude, me and you could get dressed up in like some sweet like 80s action costumes. I'm talking jean vests, Obviously, they're sleeveless. Okay, open. Are we wearing shirts?
No.
Fuck, no. And when we have very hairy chests and stomachs, and tight jeans, they're definitely ripped and acid washed. Definitely, and we're definitely wearing boots that come up to the shin, and they don't have any laces. They're an all-strap combat boot, right? Bandanas tied around the head.
And thigh.
And thigh, okay. Well, yeah, why not? And thigh. The one on the thigh is a different color.
Yes.
It's the color of our crew.
We'll switch.
And the thing is, what we're doing is we're walking down Vocal Cord Alley, and we're like just taunting them, looking for our vocal cords, because we want to beat the shit out of them for how bad they suck, right? So, we're banging baseball bats against dumpsters, like, vocal cords, come out to play! Where are you little bitch? I'm gonna beat your ass! I'm gonna beat your ass! And they're all like hiding and shit, but we're gonna find them. And when I find my vocal cords, oh my god, it's gonna be fucking murder, man. It's gonna be murder that they can prove, not like this Tupac shit
or OJ.
Yeah. Okay, they proved that. They just weren't going to convince a black juror.
If the glove doesn't,
people wanted to go home. They're like, God damn, I've been here making $40 a day. Are you god dang kidding me?
Fucking meal voucher.
Get
Shit.
me out of here for fart's sake. Meant to say fuck.
Yeah, no, I did that earlier. And I was like, I'm putting fucking somewhere when I say this.
Yeah.
I'm still in work mode,
We probably shouldn't clean ourselves up. I mean,
it's just my work mode, so I've got to split. Hey,
yeah,
I can cuss. I'm not at work.
Fucking Irma, man. Like, do you have free cancellation?
It's not free, but I did get insurance on it just in case, because you never know. Prior planning prevents piss poor performance.
Yeah, there you go.
So when it came up, we spent the however many hundreds of dollars it was to fucking get it.
That's the 5 P's of dodgeball.
6.
That's the
Prior planning prevents piss poor performance.
Well, that's the 6 P's of
life.
Dodgeball,
6 P's of life.
The 6 P's of life. And split peas ain't in there, so don't eat them.
Not even black-eyed. Although they're okay.
I like black-eyed peas.
I'll eat them.
You throw some sausage in there, an onion.
You would want some sausage.
Some sausage, some onion.
Definitely some onion.
A little bit of garlic salt. It's not a bad dish, people.
Some pizza.
Something a lot of people don't like is lentils. Lentils? Oh
legumes in general.
God, man, my wife makes a killer pot of lentil soup.
I'll try it.
And I will eat it once a week
Next
if she
Tuesday,
cooked it once a week.
Made to make it.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not asking her.
Next Tuesday, we will eat lentil soup.
While we podcast.
While we podcast. I will slurp, too. I'm going to slurp hard.
Slurp hard.
Slurp hard. Oh, you know what I'm looking forward to?
Sex?
Well, obviously
exactly,
sex.
Right?
Obviously sex.
Hey, you just made a broad term.
I had sex
I feel
last
like you
night.
can always look forward to sex.
I plowed last night. I smashed pee holes in the living room.
So we got some new lube.
On the couch. There's so much DNA.
Weird. We did it
There's
on your couch, too.
so much DNA on that couch. It's crazy. But no, lentil soup on the air. That will be fun. I like that. Cause yeah.
You know what? We just kind of ruined it because we told everyone, we're eating lentil soup, but we can have a segment. Guess what we're eating? We won't say what we're eating until the next episode.
Well, we could.
Or the end of it. The end of it's fine.
We're not bound by any
True,
legality.
we can edit it out.
Well,
too.
Well, or, and hear me out. We could just switch it up. We could eat anything we want.
Yeah.
We could enjoy lentil soup before the podcast and then eat some fucking
chips,
Campbell's Chunky or something,
and
eat some Progresso.
Because sooner or later, we could try to have some giveaways.
Yeah, maybe.
If you guess correctly,
well, yeah,
you can get this.
I can give foot rubs
So I'll win the
Nothing
foot rubs.
weird?
I'll win the foot rubs though.
Yeah.
So if they win, I get it.
Yeah.
I get the prize.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
But if they lose, you get the punishment.
Okay. Hey.
Sound fair?
Oh, my gosh. That's a better deal than I think a lawyer could have got me. I don't need to see it in writing. You get a handshake.
Good thing I know a lawyer.
All right. We didn't really even have to shake hands, but we did.
Well, we did.
So,
we validate
yeah.
parking. Yeah. That's a lie. We do not. God, I don't want another lawsuit.
I hate lawsuits. Which
is weird because I love 3-piece suits.
Well, yeah, and I hate zoot suits.
I hate zoot suit rides.
I did not get down with the zoot suit era of the late 90s.
What about the leisure suit?
Now, leisure suits, let's talk about leisure suits. Because, you know, the men of the 80s were just so manly. Yeah. Like, you know, they smacked women. They drank eggs. Fluid. They drank eggs for breakfast.
Yeah, raw.
I mean,
some they didn't even crack out of the shell.
They drove dangerous cars.
Hey, dangerous. Some say fun. Okay.
If you've ever seen a good action movie, you know that the men of the 80s have accurate aim with a handgun for up to about 200 yards. So,
and they reload so quickly, it's seamless. It's almost as if they'd never reloaded.
Well, it's almost as if they have infinite ammo.
Yeah,
in the magazine to begin with.
I mean, you watch them shoot.
I'm like, God damn, man, that is a revolver. How have you shot this man 37 times?
It should hold 5 bullets, and they reload so quickly. It's the blink of an eye. You miss it.
God, yeah.
My dad's brother, my uncle, once told me a story that my dad used to ride his dirt bike to school. Okay, this is up in Wisconsin.
All right.
And my uncle said this kid was picking on him, and he was older than him, and they were about to fight, and my dad rides up on his dirt bike, does not stop, jumps off, the dirt bike continues to go, and my dad took 2 steps and hit the dude and laid him out, and then continued to hit him while his dirt bike rode down the park.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
So, yeah. Back then, they knew how to do it, you know?
Yeah.
That would have been probably the 70s.
See, that's what I'm saying, man.
Because he's like 50-something.
And you know what? Their formal look was the leisure suit. And so I got to say, of the choices, I'm a leisure suit man. I'm saying
I would wear one.
Yeah. I'm saying pro leisure suit. Somebody send me a leisure suit and I'll wear it.
I'll call you Larry.
Yeah, I'll do it. I used to
game?
love those games, man.
Yes.
I felt so dirty because
I know.
my whole goal, I was like, eventually, something's going to be naked. Eventually, if I keep doing this, no, and I never did either. I mean, I was
still play for the
disappointed.
same reason.
I was a perv though, man. I used to play the Playboy the Mansion on PlayStation 2. Just so I could do the nude photo shoots. And I would stay up for hours just doing nude photo shoots.
What were those magazines that like old people used to get? They probably still do. It's almost like infomercials, but in a magazine form. And it's like there's these bras that, you know, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
And you can't see anything but some shiny cleavage. But they're not pressed together or anything. Oh, yeah. I have beat off. They're probably named Susan. I feel like it's an appropriate name for some of those ladies.
Probably.
Yeah, they got jerked too.
Susan can be a loose name.
Yeah. 11 years old probably in the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's how I lost my first load.
Yeah.
I think it was a gray, one of the like skin flesh tone maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm seeing a gray one and I'm seeing a flesh tone one. So probably a lot of both. Maybe I flip back and forth.
I was unattended in a living room on weekends with premium channel access.
See, you're lucky.
So I actually started off cranking down on some pretty righteous softcore stuff.
You were born with it, molded by it.
Beverly Hills Bordello was a personal favorite. Hot Springs Hotel, Red Shoe Diaries, the good stuff. But then I would go home where we didn't have access to this, and even MTV had a parental lock on it. So What I would do is watch Buns of Steel VHS tapes.
There you go.
And I would just picture that, because they did a lot of stuff
Leg
on their
lifts
backs
and,
where they're humping like in midair. And I would just watch like Denise Austin, like get it in some spandex and a leotard, and
then you would get it.
then I would get it. I would.
You would lose it too.
I would crank down, and I knew all the early tricks, which was you use paper towel, not toilet paper. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I found that off when, like, the first one I shot it on the wall. You gotta clean that shit up.
Yeah.
And then you have little pieces of dust on the wall.
Yep.
And your dick.
Yep.
And you're like, oh God, what do I do?
Oh, well, and let's be honest. It actually does hurt to peel dried toilet paper off your dick head.
Or to piss in the morning sometimes.
I have taken skin off doing it before and had a little small thin layer of a blood seepage going on. So, yeah.
It is super glue.
Yeah, that's happened. That's my story, and I'm sticking
and that's the
to
podcast.
it. That's the podcast. You know what, guys? I had fun.
Yeah.
This was cool. Thanks for letting us borrow your ear for 50 minutes. Wow, we went 50 minutes.
Well, I mean, that's not the first time.
That's cool. No.
It might not be a raw 50 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a raw 50 minutes. It might not be an edited 50 minutes.
Before you, I haven't gone 50 minutes in years. So
we recorded for 50 minutes, and that's been fun. And we'll see what we decide to give you.
Absolutely.
Probably at all.
But if you want to join us next week, we're gonna eat some lentil soup and just talk about some shit.
Probably quite literally.
We should do that. All right.
We will.
We're going to eat lentils and talk about shit. See you next week, guys.
See ya.
Hey, you guys. It's Billy and Andrew here.
I'm Andrew.
Yeah.
He is.
Hey, guess what? We created that Gmail address we were talking about. Andrew, you want to tell them where they could get a hold of us? Tell us how bad we suck.
I sure would.
Give us praise.
It is somuchshitpodcast at gmail.com.
Now, is that spelled normally, or is that spelled all goofy?
It is spelled normally. No
Spelled
spaces, no capitals.
No spaces, no capitals. Just somuchshitpodcast at gmail.com.
Yeah, sure
All
is.
right. Guys, send us dick pics, okay? I mean, we like juicy hogs.
I like my juicy hog.
We can appreciate a nice triumphant
That
juicy hog.
is a true statement.
All right. Well, guys, if you had fun this week, we promise it should only get better. This was our first podcast ever. Thanks for hanging out, and we hope you enjoyed yourselves as much as we enjoyed ourselves, and as much as I enjoyed my own self during the podcast.
17 times.
With my hand right down my pants.
See, I did mine with my foot this time.
Well, that is just impressive, sir.
Yeah.
Take care, everyone.
Got so much shit to talk about. Got so much shit to talk about.
We've got so much shit to talk about.